I watched the brutal slaying of Charlie Kirk. Not a guy that I admire, not a guy that I follow, not a guy that I fully understand. The few videos I have seen of him it seems to be trolling students, and the videos that I've seen, they seem to wipe the floor with him. So he wasn't that particularly intelligent, but he was very provocative. And that type of cultural impact that Charlie Kirk had, the zeitgeist he had with the right wing, will be something that we're going to be watching in the rest of the world. This type of political violence isn't new. It's been happening, particularly in America, where guns are abundant, and the ability for a man or a woman to take on the self-appointed role of hero and solve the world's problem is part of their culture. The part of the culture that we need to really think about is the types of messaging and cultural impact that the US has on the rest of the world. If you think about what's happening in the UK and the absolute disgusting language around immigration, well, that is really an American right issue that's now come and hit the zeitgeist in the UK. If you talk about taking back control or our countries being swamped, well, Charlie Kirk was part of that, and Tucker Carlson is part of that, and Donald Trump is part of that, and we're hearing those types of languages being used in the UK, in the US, in Australia, in Canada, throughout the Western world. But it's really emanating, a lot of it is emanating from the US, and Charlie Kirk was part of that. Charlie Kirk was slain for a number of reasons. Look, we've still got to find out about this. What we need to understand, however, is that as political violence has been meted out by the right wing to other people, whether it was the neo-Nazis attacking people in Australia or just a mob trying to burn out refugees from a hotel, that the violence that goes back to the right wing isn't either deified as something that's unique or something that's modern or current. Violence, political violence has been going on. And look, in the US, we saw mobs, particularly police mobs, but there were other people involved, attacking the pro-Palestinian movements in 2023 and 2024 on campuses. We've seen that in the UK, and we've also seen it in Australia. We've seen it in Europe. So political violence does exist. The way to counter political violence is both by having an avenue to talk about our issues and talk about our concerns, and to win an argument and to see policy change. And what we need to do is make sure that the need to have violence is not something that drives us nor controls us. The need to have violence is not something that will actually achieve a goal that we need. We can have a debate and we can win the debate. We can also make changes. What we don't want to do is fall into the trap of either celebrating this prick or vilifying him. That's all he is, just a little prick who got it.